Hello everyone and welcome back to the Witch of Bees and Bones. As you can see right off the bat, I'm in a very different location than you've seen me in before. For those of you that know me personally, this is my living room. So yeah, I kind of have skulls and such all over the house. But I'm trying hard to get the lighting for these videos to be better, and as much as I love my little space over there, I haven't quite nailed down how to do that. So I'm trying in here. Don't know if I love it because my house is a little open concept, even though it's an older house. It's almost 100 years old. So, for instance, this is the living room, this is the library, and then this is the kitchen, so you can see some kitchen stuff. So I would normally apologize. I'm working very hard on not apologizing for things that are. If I fuck up, if I make a mistake, if I'm wrong, I will absolutely apologize. But for things like this, I'm not going to apologize. This is my home. This is how it is. So that's that. So I thought I would try in here because the lighting is good. I have a picture window right there that's shining some light in. I don't even have my ring light on, and I'm pretty happy with the lighting in here. And so I'm giving it a try, and I am surrounded by some of my favorite things. Don't really want to do a big tour, but I do have one of my altars behind me, and then this is a cow moose skull, or a female moose skull, and then up here are her mandibles, and then over here is a doe white-tailed deer, and sorry, this is backwards for me, a buck white-tailed deer. And then right here, you'll see this hanging from a kitchen rack that I'm not apologizing for. And that is a steamed pudding mold. I don't know how, if any of you have heard of a steamed pudding. It's a dessert that my mom used to make every holiday, well, every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. And I can't remember if she did it on Easter or not. I don't think she did. Anyway, doesn't matter. And so it's called steamed pudding, but it's more like a cake. And you make it and you put it in the mold, and then you steam it or boil it, and then you turn it out of the mold, and it's very cakey and rich and chocolatey and delicious. And so I kept some of, I won't be making them. I don't eat sugar. And it would never be as good as she made it. So, but I did keep some of the molds, and I hung one here just because it's in my kitchen, but it's also, I can see it from my living room. And again, as you all know, I'm working on ancestor stuff. So yeah, this is just some of my stuff. Again, as you can see, and you can really see, I am not a minimalist. I have things everywhere. And then here are some of my oracle decks. And then over here is one of my, I have a lot of books, guys. I have a lot of books. So this is just one tiny bookcase that is in my living room. And then I have some of the rest of my collection up there. So trying here. Oh, and cat beds, because Elijah can sleep wherever she wants in this house. She's got window seats, any piece of furniture. It's all really hers. I just live here. So that's that. And then there's some feathers behind me. Those are turkey feathers and crow/raven feathers for the most part. And then the rest isn't visible, and that's, I'll be honest, a little by design. I don't tend to share my altar. It's one of my sacred spaces, but what is visible is fine with me being visible. Obviously, we wouldn't be here. I wanted to get a video out before I leave next week, because honestly, I was gonna do a couple of videos ahead, and it just didn't happen because things have been really picking up and hectic, which I'm not complaining about. But unless something, earth-shattering that I have to share with you happens next week, I will not be posting, probably. We have some fun things planned, and I really want to be present and enjoy that, because once I get back, it's going to be hitting the ground running. So I just want to enjoy the week and my vacation and my birthday and time with loved ones and time with beautiful creatures. So that's that. The second thing, I think it's second, maybe we're on third, I don't know. Another thing is that I am so psyched to tell you. I'm sure a lot of you are, but in case you're not, there is a YouTube channel called Wine and Witchcraft that Justin, the Witch of Enchantment, and Brittany, the Sunshine State Witch, they do lives every month. And they reached out and invited me to do a live with them next month, which I'm so fucking excited about. They've both been really lovely and welcoming to me, in the community, since I'm such a newbie, and they've just been very lovely and supportive, and I really love them and their content, and they reached out, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So I will link that information down below. I'll also be mentioning it again because it's not for almost another month. So just wanted to put that in your ear so you could think about it, because I'm really excited. I'm really honored, and I'm really excited about it. I have no idea what we'll be talking about, and so that's that. The next thing I wanted to mention is I haven't had time to read a lot lately. And I don't love that, because I love to read, but things have just been hectic. I've been getting ready to leave. I've been getting stuff ready at my business for spring and such. And I haven't had the time or the inclination, and so I did just read a book and finish it recently, and I wanted to share that with you all. It's hard to talk about books because, I want to tell you everything, but I don't want to spoil it, and I want you to have your own experience if you read it. So I'll tell you a couple things about it, and then, if you've got questions, please reach out or read it yourself, because I highly recommend this book, or I wouldn't be talking about it. So the name of the book is Weyward, and first of all, let's just look at this cover. Look, it's got beetles, it's got ferns, it's got fruit, it's got flowers, it's got mushrooms, it's got birds. It's got a little wasp over here. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I had not heard of this book, and I know it was just released maybe a month-ish ago. And I walked into my local bookstore. My business is right next to a local bookstore, and I use them. I get all of my books from them, or all of the books that I get that are in print. Out of print books, I find sources for elsewhere. But walked in, and I know they say you should never judge a book by its cover, but I saw this book, and I was like, I don't care what it's about. I have to get it. And so this is controversial among my friends. I have a system to see if I want to purchase a book. And either you're going to think this is fantastic, or you're going to think that I'm out of my mind. I open the book. I mean, I do love a cover, but I open the book, and honestly, sometimes I'll read the kind of gist of it on the inside, but I open the book, and I read the very first paragraph or two. Then I flip to the center or somewhere, just randomly open it. I read the next paragraph or two there, and then I flip to the very end and read the very last paragraph. Now, a lot of you are probably going to say, well, if you read the paragraph, then you know what's going to happen. In all honesty, most of the time, and I know this isn't always the case, but the climax of the book may be in the last chapter. It's almost never in the last paragraph. So I'm not spoiling anything. I just want to see if when I read at random points in the book, if it's still interesting to me. And if it is, then I buy the book. And this method works for me 97% of the time. A couple of times I've blown it and the book sucked, but most of the time it has worked for me. So it's worth a shot. Like the next time you're in your local bookstore, pick up a book that you're thinking maybe or maybe not, and see if it works for you. I'd be interested to find out. But saw this book, I love the cover, I opened it up, and it said, 2019, under cover of darkness, Kate flees London for ramshackle Weyward cottage, inherited from a great aunt she barely remembers. And it goes on to say a little bit more. 1619, Eltha is awaiting trial for the murder of a local farmer who was stampeded to death by his herd. When Eltha was a girl, her mother taught her magic, a kind not rooted in spell casting, but in a deep knowledge of the natural world. And then the next paragraph is 1942. As World War II rages, Violet is trapped in her family's grand, crumbling estate. Straitjacketed, by societal convention, she longs for the robust education her brother receives, and for her mother, long deceased, who is rumored to have gone mad before her death. So, okay, that's interesting. So through the book, and I'm not giving any spoilers, I promise, but the three witches mentioned, Eltha, Kate, and Violet, are all related. So this is a story about the lineage of witches in a family. Now, I want to just be very clear. I'm not saying that you have to have witches in your family to be a witch. I'm not saying it has to be lineal. I'm saying that is the case in this book. And it's done really, really well. So it's 2019, so essentially present day, 1619, and 1942. And you see these beautiful stories. Elijah's here. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Look at the little nugget. Everything stops for Elijah. Hi. Hi, honey. I love you. I'm not going to apologize for that either. So each chapter is about one of the women and about what they're going through or what they've been through or what's happening for them in their lives. And then as the book progresses, it all gets woven together. And it's really, it's beautifully written. It's interesting. It's suspenseful. It's heartbreaking. It's beautiful. As y'all know, I'm a crier. There were a few spots where I did get weepy. There were other spots where I felt really good about how empowered people found themselves, the characters found themselves in this book after some really awful hardship. So I don't want to give the juice of this away, but this is, I highly recommend. If you've got time, if you like books about empowerment and witches and women and lineage and what our kind, those of us that identify as witches, what their families have been through, or what sometimes people still go through, this is really, this is a beautiful book. Highly recommend. And it also just looks nice on the shelf. So that's that. So this, I'm going to try, there we go. So this is my most this is the shelf where I have my most loved, most often read books. I keep that on a smaller bookshelf, and some things move in and out of rotation. So, this lives on that bookshelf now, but I wanted to, I just wanted to share it. So I appreciate all of you so much. I know this was a little all over the place, is what it is. I appreciate all of you so much, and your comments, and those of you that subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's crazy to see the numbers sometimes. I'll be honest, I don't pay a lot of attention, because it's this weird thing, but every once in a while I'll look and I'll be like, oh my god, I gained X amount of followers. That's fucking bananas. So this community has been very welcoming to me. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's okay. I get it. That's why there's a zillion and 10 YouTube creators out there, and I don't really call I guess I am a YouTube creator, but it sounds weird to say that out of my mouth, so I don't know. I just startled myself with that. I'm looking really forward to next week, and then after that I will be back, and I've got some fun things to share with you. And like I said, I will link the podcast, link the YouTube Live and their social media stuff down below. And I will be back with you soon-ish. Be well, find something beautiful to do today, or see, or smell, or taste, or hear, whatever it is. The sun is actually shining in New Hampshire today, and that makes me very happy. I'm looking outside, and the sun is shining. There's some birds flitting around, and the buds are starting on the trees, and my staghorn sumac is just, it's got buds on it, and I'm really excited. So I will see you all soon, and I appreciate you, and be well. Bye.